Hey guys, my name's Zero. Thanks for taking time out of your day to come and watch another one of my videos. Sorry for the lack of frequent uploads. I don't know. It's just been burnout, kind of being on my own thing, not really sure exactly what I've been doing. There's no schedule in terms of YouTube and streams, even though I have been trying to keep up with it on Twitch, but hopefully there should be a Twitch stream soon. Go follow if you haven't already. We are just that close to affiliation. I just need more people to come and watch. But with that being said, here's another one for you. I was playing out the French Firefly yesterday, just because I was on the home stretch for grinding out some more planes for me to be able to play, which you'll also hopefully see next stream. But yeah, I'm using this Firefly so that I can get the Belgian Spitfire. Also been thinking about doing tutorials for AirRB, so let me know if you're interested. Starting off in this match, I side climbed a little bit. I was talking with this G5N bomber who wanted protection just to get to the base, which is fine. The bomber grind is absolutely horrendous. He ended up getting got though, and we couldn't help him. So what we did, we side climbed, we went head on with a P47, missed all our shots, turned back in, he did as well. We shot a burst, we crit him, we took his wing dip off, and then he died to another one of my teammates, which I don't think I will ever get the assist for, but you know, whatever, because this is a little bit of a carry match, as you'll see later on. This XP50 is burning up. You heard me drop engine, so I don't pick up too much speed in a dive, because if you go too fast, this thing will lock up and compress. But you might call this a kill steal, but I told the G5N that I would avenge him, because that is the XP50 that actually killed him. So I guess he's avenged, and it also looked like he was going to make it back. He had plenty of altitude, and if that guy had have landed, well, it wouldn't have been very good for our team if he took back off, because that thing, I definitely would not have been able to fight that thing in this plane that I am flying. This thing's performance when 1v1ing things just isn't really that good past like the first one, maybe two turns if you have energy to work with. If you drop the flaps, this thing, well, it turns a lot better, but you also lose a lot of speed, and this engine isn't really kind of the engine that you use to, well, get all that speed back really quickly. So you have to maintain your height and your energy really, really well. We killed the XP50, we dived through the clouds, blinded there for a second, because, you know, clouds, and we are chasing this yak all the way to the deck. Now, this is not the last time we will see that yak, but I decided to go for this P51 simply because it doesn't seem like I'll be catching the yak, and the P51 is at a lower energy state. I also thought that the P51 might be going for me, but he's looking pretty unresponsive. Now, what do? Well, we wing over, we kind of slot in behind him. He's still not reacting. I'm still not sure why watching this edit, but anyway, we dive on in, we set him on fire with our 4 Hispano-Mk.5s, and he's not going to be doing much. He is going to fall to the earth, kind of like what Hanji did in Attack on Titan, and we're going to zoom away back to the airfield, where we are going to come across that yak that I said before we were going to meet later on. Hindsight, I probably should have chased those dudes over to the airfield, because now they're absolutely punishing our team, and there's one guy, I think it's the 109, that's going to die because of the fact that I didn't chase them down. But in hindsight, well, it's 2020. This yak's running away. This P39 is trying to give chase, but he can't, I think because he has an oil leak, if I'm not mistaken. Or not just yet, I'm not sure. Anyway, we pitch in, we kill the yak, almost hit the ground, drop the flaps so we don't become one with the tree. Very narrowly escape. I can tell you that my, well, it was definitely clenched shut, if you know what I mean. And we use the speed to turn around, quickly go for this P51, who is going for this P39, not hitting any of his shots despite being a cannon Mustang, but we pitch in, we set him on fire, and we send him back to the hangar almost instantaneously, and our airfield is now free for this P39 to go and land. This is the clutch that I was talking about. We are now on 4 kills in the French Firefly. As I said in the title, quite an unexpected threat. Yeah, this plane's good if you want to, I don't know, get reliable kills, I guess, because it's cannons, not machine gun bullets, so, you'll be fighting people, you'll be going head on. If you hit something, you'll be doing a lot of damage, and, if you're good with your energy management and you have really good games like this one and the next one that I'm going to show you, well, it gets pretty fun. And especially if you're, grinding the Spitfire, you get that 1.1 times bonus for every, RP that you get. It's, well, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It helps grind pretty quickly, and what can I say? I like playing the underappreciated vehicles. I guess that's the thing about not playing premium, is that you do get to find all of these games that, not games, planes that, or just vehicles in general that, it's, you never would have seen otherwise because you're too busy playing premiums and you're too busy spending money on premiums that you're going to play to grind a tech tree, and you're not actually really appreciating all the planes and vehicles in the game for what it is. That's just my take on it. That's how I've been doing so far. I've been doing pretty well so far, given on how far I've come in the tech tree. Now, don't get me wrong, I won't, I'm not as nearly as fast as some of the other people that have started. I've had so many people that have started War Thunder, gotten a premium account, gotten premium vehicles, and have just flown past me. No pun intended. But, they're all the way at the top tier. They're doing really, really well. They're embracing the War Thunder stereotype of just pushing through the painful grind. And, yeah, they're doing well. But here I am, making my own sort of journey, I guess, if you want to call it. And I'm not planning on stopping anytime soon. And that's just content. Anyway, the last guy is a P61. He doesn't roll very well. We shoot in the head on, expecting him to commit to it. He doesn't, but like I said, he can't roll very well. He has no chance of rolling back into these guns. We neg-G, and we dome his pilot right between his eyes. He went straight back to the hangar. And here you get a look at all the really bad financial decisions that I made right after this match finished, and the rewards, if you want such a thing. Not a bad turnout in the slightest. Not too bad at all. But yeah, that was the match that I got the Spitfire in. And over to the second match. Right, we did at the start, we just climbed to the left, as you should always do. We kind of zoom climbed a little bit. You need altitude in this thing. Well, you need altitude in everything, but in this it's a little bit more important because you're not going to be getting it back as quickly because this engine is a little bit insufferable like that. Chasing this Dornier 217, not really sure why I am. It was really late, just don't judge me too hard for this, but, we're dodging and rolling, trying to stay out of his guns. We have speed. We're just going to pitch up, we're going to fire a short burst, and we are going to send him back to the hangar, but not before we get a blackened fuselage, which you'll see in the bottom left, right about any second now. There we go. So yeah, we'll be playing with damage for the rest of the game. Now that's going to cost us some speed and turn time and just a little bit of performance from an otherwise already not really so good aircraft. But with this game, you're going to see it's, well, it's not really going to matter all that much. What do we do now? Well, we're taking out the 217. We're going to go over for this 190 because he is the closest to us, and he's also one of the highest on the team. He's chasing the B-25. He's locked in. He sees his last second, pulling in for the shot. Don't quite get the lead, even though I thought it looks good. But he turns back the other way, right into the guns, and, well, the rest is history. Pretty easy shot. I would have been the worst player in the game if I had missed that. But, we hit the shot, so, well, what can you say? We just accept, move on, right? Anyway, fly straight for a bit, get our speed back. We're watching this 109. I'm thinking about going for him because he's the next highest person on the map. XP50 is fighting him though, and the more that I watch him, the more that I can see that this 109 is in fact not planning to stay at altitude. He is in fact diving. Our teammate goes down over there. Well, he's fighting 109s on the deck. It's a 2v1. It was kind of meant to happen, I suppose, but we're keeping altitude. We're around 2.3k meters up in the air, decent amount of altitude. Those 109s will not be touching us if they decide to pitch up for me. Not in their energy state anyway. They don't have enough speed or altitude to be able to do that. So what are we going to do? Well, we're going to keep focusing on this 109 that this XP50 is going for, which is now the P51 actually. I think the XP50 decided to return to base, so here I am tag teaming with Scarlet205 over here. And this is actually a really, really good teammate. You'll see quite a lot of good team chemistry going on, but you know, that will be something for a little bit later on. What do? Well, there's no more enemies at altitude, so we can just kind of dive and pick and choose. That 109 that was diving went down. I think Scarlet actually got the kill for that. I'm not completely sure. I can't actually remember the kill feed. This 109 is going after Scarlet. We drop our throttle so we don't overspeed, and you're going to see in a little bit, you know, I try to turn back in here, and it is just compression. Like, this plane was really stiff to try and roll, but that 109 sort of turns, makes it easier for me. We take his wingtip off, and he returns home in, well, he went home a little bit earlier than what he would have liked, and he didn't come home in a car. His wife definitely would have gotten a surprise when she sees 109 fly straight into the window. Not quite the honey I'm home she anticipated, but, you know, it is what it is, I suppose. Anyway, looking at this airfield, that 109 is going to go to the forward airfield. Smart move. He knows that I would have definitely strafed him if he had landed, he or she. So instead we go for this 190, who is making himself or herself a completely, well, vulnerable target. I mean, look at that. They're basically in place in the middle of the sky, but Scarlet runs a textbook energy trap and just completely lights up the 190. We hit Scarlet with a bravo at some point. I'm not sure if you can completely hear it, but yeah, no, that's just, oh, well, that was just a textbook energy stall, and you know, if it hadn't missed, I would have gotten on the 190 anyway. I cut it because we have just been flying for ages and ages and ages, because they're back on the runway. I have no idea if they're planning on staying there, if, you know, we decide to move around. So you see me talking with Scarlet in chat, I'm just saying let them come out first so they can't run back. Just baiting them out, and we'd be able to catch them if they decided to run back. I'm not sure if you guys would have seen that, but I think one of the 109s had an extreme packet loss. I'm sure if you rewind it, you'd be able to see that he basically went from 1 kilometer to, well, 1 kilometer of altitude to 0 kilometers of altitude in like 2 seconds. I hit him with a packet loss question mark in the chat, and yeah, we just decide to run an energy trap for our teammate here. So we stall the 109 out. Unfortunately, Scarlet missed that shot. That's completely fine. I think they're going to go up and over, but we're just going to wing over, drop back down on this 109, and we're going to spray them a little bit. We get one hit on the tail. We get, you know, a few hits on the wingtip. Not going to do much. And I think we severe him just as Scarlet takes him out. So we get awarded a 4th kill for that kind of pop the pink smoke, just because why not? And yeah, that would be the end of the second match. Shout out to Scarlet as well. He was really, really, really good teammate to work with. And yeah, there it is. So I'm beckoning to the bottom left. The 109 crashed. That's okay though. Helped out in the end. And yeah, here are the rewards for the second match too, if you were wanting to look at such a thing. 2 matches, close in to about 14k. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later.